What's up, YouTube? We are back on Audible Ballista 2, AMS2. We're gonna be talking about F1 driving, basically the F2004. It's called the V10 Gen 2. Doing a race at Spa. Say what up, Matt?
How you doing?
We all right. So stay tuned. I'm actually P8 for once. So in case you guys was wondering, I'm not hacking it. I didn't pull nothing. I always put myself in the front of the pack. So stay tuned for that. And I haven't driven the. Normally I drive the Gen 1 V10 car, but
Okay.
obviously this is for a long time it was the fastest car. A little different now, but anyways, stay tuned.
Going on. Outside the P2, it looks like.
Rubens
Uh,
Barrichello in the race.
right. See if I can keep up with the great driver. Let's be doing fun. Oh, he's gone.
Oh
All right.
shit!
Oh shit! No, I hit. Oh, what? Severe damage. Did I get hit or did I hit the wall? That's crazy.
Oh man, I almost pulled a what year was that? Romain Grosjean at Spa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost did it.
My bad luck again with either I got wrecked or I crashed. I can't tell you.
I
Oh
got
damn.
I got wrecked. Director
You know
warning.
what? No, wait. Let's restart this one. Cause
My back right suspension is screwed.
yeah, no. Let's
Damn.
exit back to
And I
to
got
the.
a warning. I got a warning for braking too soon.
No, let's go back to the.
I want to save the replay. Hold on. One of the cool things I do love about this game, though, like if you go to Affinity, it'll show your favorite cars, your favorite tracks.
Yeah.
So my number one are the BMW LMDH, and I've driven that. Low downforce 349.28 miles.
Yeah.
Number one track is Le Mans Circuit de la Sarthe. I've driven that 881.14 miles. Then it's the CLK-LM in 2 and 3. High downforce and then low downforce. So that means I drive the LM more at Spa, Suzuka, stuff like that. But for
Yeah.
tracks, I got Daytona at 2 and then Spa at 3.
Let's see. Mine is number one is the Formula Ultimate Gen 2.
Oh, the ground effect?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
408.15 miles. Second is the Formula V10 Gen 1 at
That's the one.
202.86 miles.
That's my favorite
And
car.
the third is the Formula USA 2023.
Oh, the new Indy car?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
my favorite track, Barcelona, 452.71 Interlagos, 329 and Hockenheim, 326.
I actually wouldn't mind driving Barcelona. I like that track. If you want to
Yeah, we'll do it.
keep that one in your back pocket. Me.
Since it's a rolling start, I guess we're gonna say it's pretending like the safety car winning. And there's 8 laps left in the race.
Yeah, no kidding.
Here we go, everybody.
Well, I made it out the first corner clean.
All right, we all survived the Lasource hairpin coming through our region. You hit me. What? Dude, no way.
Oh
Computer just
man,
wrecked me. And you wrecked. That's crazy.
I got airtime though. I got hang time.
Man, that's crazy. The computer wrecks me and you
Brother, you should have seen the hang time I got though.
hold on, that's crazy. We both gotta retire.
I'm no quitter. I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah. Man, trying to reach some broken F1 car.
My steering wheel is completely upside down.
Oh, so is my
Oh my god.
it's terrible.
Let's try this
All right, here we
again.
go.
Big smoke. Big worm.
Here we go, everybody. Doing pretty good.
Yeah, I made it out clean.
Yeah, I'm behind you.
No
All right.
DRS either.
Nope, old school.
Ooh.
Oh, did I hit you?
Yeah.
I like my tires are real bad flat spotted them.
Did you?
Yep. See, that's the thing I love about AMS too. If you make that mistake, you pay for it.
Yeah, and you can actually you can see it and you can feel it too.
Yep. My steering is vibrating. So we are holding on to P4.
Damn it. That was on me too.
Oh man. We're about to have a battle of the century.
Nah, we still gonna have it. I didn't take too much of a hit.
Oh, there's no damage, so you should be good now.
Yeah. The computer hit
I
me
mean,
again though.
yeah, did you pull a Max Verstappen on you and move in the braking?
No, he hit me on the flat out section.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go lock it up again. I'll move a little bit more of the brake balance so we lock it out. You have the salvo behind them.
Well, I guess since I'm out of the race. um what you want to talk about with the F1?
Alright. Well, we'll start off with when did you become a Formula One fan? What year? Or like you can't remember the year or what
So
what it is.
I'll say when I was younger, like I didn't know the difference between F1 and Indy and all of that. I knew there was a difference, but I didn't know like that. But my first real season of watching it was actually like 2009 with the Braun GP. So that was my first semester away from home. So I was able to like watch that on the weekends and stuff. We didn't have track meets or whatever. So my first season was the new regulations and the Braun GP season. So that was the first like real taste of realizing F1 is on a completely different level than IndyCar and everything else really. So um, fairy tale season, nobody expected Braun GP to be what they ended up being, but that was my first like taste of F1. What about you?
that's a good season to start.
Yeah.
Me, I'm gonna show my age, I guess. So my first taste of F1 was back in the '90s. Kid, they used to show it on ESPN with
Uh-huh.
Speed Vision, and I always loved racing, but I didn't really know, like you, the difference between IndyCar and F1. And my grandma would sit down with me, and she would kind of, even though she wasn't really interested in it, she could tell I was interested.
Mhm.
And she would sit there and like explain, like, well, the Indy cars are in America and they go on ovals and
Mhm.
some, regular racetracks. And she's like, F1 cars are in Europe. And I'm like, where's Europe?
Yeah.
Across the world. I'm like, well, and she's like, but they only drive on racing tracks.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, and so that's when I kind of developed an interest. But I was still watching, because of course with the American NASCAR. So I was always into motorsport, but then F1 really caught my attention in 2000.
Mhm.
Like I was a little older, uh, and it was just like mind blowing how fast the cars were going, the
Yeah.
sound they were making with this engine right here,
Yeah.
these pins. And
Yeah.
then my mom bought me the EA Sports F1 2000 game
Mhm.
on PC, and that was it.
Oh,
That was the beginning of the end for me.
it was a ball game after that, huh?
And we're looking at 25, you know,
Yeah.
some years later of sim racing. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Pretty much, right?
Ooh,
Yeah.
my fault.
It is funny, like you said, not really knowing the difference, but it all it takes is that one season. Who's your favorite driver then?
When I was younger, I liked Heinz Harold Frentzen because of his name. It just
Mhm.
sounded cool.
Mhm.
Cool German name.
Yeah.
Uh, and then when I got older, I liked Kimi Räikkönen just because he was like the successor to Mika Hakkinen.
The
My mom liked
Iceman.
me. Yeah, my mom liked Mika Hakkinen, so I could never like Mika if she claimed him.
Yeah.
So
What's your
uh,
favorite Kimi Räikkönen moment?
I would say back when he was in McLaren, actually,
Mhm.
those are my favorite Kimi Räikkönen times. Because he was so young, and he was really trying to prove to everybody, that he was going to be a Formula One world champion. He was right.
Yeah. I always think about him crash, or I think he had an engine failure at Monaco. He went and got in his yacht. Got
Yeah,
yeah, got walked. Didn't even go back to the garage. Just went and got on
yeah,
his yacht.
that's a good one. Dude, I completely flat spotted these tires. They're useless. I'm back in sixth place now.
I'm still in dead last, so I wouldn't worry about it. It's crazy about this particular set of regulations. Like, I did a lot of wondering about what made them so fast, so much faster for so long. I think for a lot of people, this is like their favorite uh, set of regulations. And it's crazy because like I don't know if I'm sure you've seen it, but a lot of people do videos like, what if the F2004 ran with slick tires instead of groove tires, and it just goes to show how lightweight and fast these cars are.
I mean,
Freaking.
and these are the two most. My tires are shot. In my opinion, these are the best F1 cars right here.
Mhm.
Like I said, the 1999 through 2005
Mhm.
to me is the best era because they focus nothing but raw speed. Oh, tires shit. Put them damages off.
Yeah.
um, my front right tire is completely bald almost. So yeah, they focus on nothing but going as fast
Ah,
as possible
I
and
deserve
keeping
this spin.
the weights low. The engines will make them, well over 1,000 horsepower, but they tune them down so they last for the race.
Mhm.
Still making 900 900 all the way up to a 975. I think was Honda and Toyota. I think was the highest.
I actually came
Yeah,
across it earlier today before we planned on filming this episode. So the most powerful was the Honda. They toned it down to 965 horsepower,
yeah,
but it could have made more. And then obviously, I mean, these engines sing, right? 20,000 RPM. It's crazy.
yeah. It's like the engineering that they developed during this time. All those old British broadcasting specials they would make on Formula One
Hmm.
development, like that I would see on the internet as a kid.
Hmm.
Like these cars just like blew my mind. Just making V10 engines do what they did, for 2 hours
Yeah.
without blowing up sometimes. Because in the 2000s, there was engine failures always around the corner.
Yeah. This
But I didn't
this
think
was
that.
back in the good days too, where you could break an engine and not have a giant, massive penalty for it either. You
I
just
just
put a
replaced
you
it.
just put a new one in and go racing again. Another thing that was kind of cool about this time period though was this was before the test track. You could test as much as you wanted. So
Yeah.
being a reserve driver meant I guess it meant more back then because you could just the
But
guys at Furiano testing and driving all dang on day.
right? Racking up real mileage.
Yeah,
Like you're the real hero who's the one developing all the parts.
yeah.
Are you behind me?
No,
Dude, I have no front grip. Oh, that is you. Yeah. On the last one. I have no grip left in my tires. I lock them up so much.
I'm actually managing mine's all right. Kind of
I
surprised.
I just overdid it. If I had them move up.
I always like uh, watching Hiking and Schumacher highlights
Oh yeah,
because
classic.
a lot of people rate Schumacher very high, and that's fine, um, rightfully so. But it's always cool to see like the hero get well, I ain't gonna say the hero because if you're the guy that's winning the most, it's always good to see someone rise to that challenge, right? And I like Mika a lot. I actually rate that V10 McLaren. I want to say it's the MP4-14, but I actually rate that one really high just because the fighting him and Schumacher had. I like the Gen 1 V10 a little bit more just because that car itself is so good to me. Um, and the V10s are pretty similar, between the
Yeah,
two.
it's a little less for the trial. I think you're making like 8 something.
Yeah, and I think only difference really is like those rev to like 16 and they're 6 speeds, while these rev to 19 and the 7 speeds.
Oh,
And obviously the better aero.
real quick back. It was such a good there, and then we had to move on to the whole 2008 economy, blah blah blah. The V8s weren't as bad. They still kept a little bit of the spirit of the V10.
I, lo- I it probably because it was my first taste, but like I think a lot of people didn't appreciate the V8s when they were in just because the V10s. I mean, it's two more cylinders. They rev just that little bit higher, but now with these single turbos, it's definitely missing. Did you hear they're talking about bringing V8s back?
It's a big topic around the world for all racing fans, Formula One fans. One of the big things about F1 was the sound of the cars, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't have that iconic sound anymore. I know, I get what a turbo hybrid V6 does have some cool sounds to it, mainly under low and low RPMs and slow performance. And up high, it doesn't really sound that good, and that's just because they're so efficient. There's nothing lost. It's
Uh,
camping the wall. Um, there's no, they're so efficient. There's no backfires very much because all that unburned fuel is burnt.
yeah,
So it's so cool. It's boring. But then, like from an engineering standpoint, it's like that's awesome.
yeah.
And then from a spectacle, it's like it's boring because I'm not hearing visceral the sound that we're listening to now.
Mm-hmm.
The crashing into the wall, spinning out sound. Um, but not for real. The sound of it's an engine that makes noise.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't think we'll ever really truly get rid of engines. Plus we're coming up with new ways of power, hydrogen. Seems to be the way to keep the spirit of the internal combustion engine alive.
Yeah, and the race. It says the race is about to end. That's a whole nother episode on its own because yeah, I got a lot to say about the engines, kind of where they're going. But I guess the last thing when you mentioned Kimi Räikkönen, I thought about that spot Suzuka race because didn't he go from last to first?
Pretty much.
Yeah, and then obviously being a big time, I'm a big time Lotus fan, and he basically put Lotus in
Yeah,
bankruptcy.
yeah. But he also carried them to great heights that they never expected to go that far.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well,
Well, that is so well.
the racing was a disaster.
The racing was horrific, and we apologize for that, but we'll do better next time. We won't crash or get crashed into.
Crash into is the big part. That
Actually, this time I just wore my tires down and
actually
killed my.
surprised how good I did on my tire conserving. I only dialed it back like one click on the brake bias. I didn't do a lot, so I was actually very happy with how that went.
Yeah, for me, I chewed them front tires up.
Didn't have a
And I was doing
shot.
good too. I mean, I was doing good. I was up there, battling for third, and then as soon as I started making them hard lockup, I was like, yeah, it's all bad. And then I just lost off front grip. So,
Yeah,
lesson learned.
it be like that sometimes.
Like that's fun though.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, comment your favorite F1 driver down below. I will tag his page as well, and then stay tuned. If you want to race with us on here, um, feel free to leave a comment because we are working on getting a league together. We're in the very, very early stages of doing that, but it's gonna be a cool place to hang out, do some driving. Um, the AI isn't my favorite at times on here. The idea is to use as little AI as possible for these type of videos. So, shameless plug. Like I said, feel free to follow either of our social media pages, and we'll work on getting that stuff set up. You got anything you want to add before I shut the video down?
Yeah, this we appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully, we can race with some of y'all soon. Hopefully, we
Yeah.
can get a pretty big thing going. One thing we do need to try And I made a video on this. I'll send it to you later. But we do Brazilian stock cars at Daytona. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna leave it at that, and we'll talk about that later.
All right, man. Apex Vision out.
All right, later.